King Ahab told his wife Jezebel what happened on Mount Carmel and how all the prophets of Baal had been killed. She was furious. She wrote a letter to Elijah saying, I am going to kill you. Mark my word, you'll be dead by tomorrow night. This struck fear in the heart of Elijah. He took his servant and they ran for their lives. They left Israel and went down into Judah, went on south in Judah till they got to Beersheba. He left his servant there, and Elijah went another day's journey down into the Negev wilderness. Came to a juniper tree and he sat down underneath it and started to cry. He said, What have I done? I'm no better than my fathers. Lord, take my life. I don't deserve to live. With that, he laid down and fell fast asleep. Soon an angel appeared and touched him and said, Get up and eat. Elijah woke up and he looked around, and there he saw some bread baking on some hot coals and also a jug of water. So he got up and he ate the bread and drank the water and then fell back to sleep. He slept for quite a while until the angel appeared again and said, Get up, get something to eat. You have a long journey ahead of you. Elijah once again saw the bread and the water. So he got up and he ate the bread and he drank the water, and then he started a 40-day journey. He went all the way to Mount Horeb, which is the mountain of God, also called Mount Sinai. He went up the mountain until he found a cave. He went inside the cave and there fell asleep and slept the rest of the night. In the morning, God said to him, Elijah, what are you doing here? Lord, I have worked for you with all my heart, and yet Israel has forgotten their agreements with you. They have torn down your altars, killed your prophets. I'm the only one left, and now they're trying to kill me. The Lord said, Elijah, go outside the cave and stand on the mountain. Suddenly, a fierce wind hit the mountain, shattering rocks. And yet, God wasn't in the wind. Then there's an earthquake that shook the mountain, but God wasn't in the earthquake. Then fire started all over the mountain, but God wasn't in the fire. Suddenly Elijah heard a still, small, quiet voice whispering. He took his mantle and wrapped it around his head and left the cave and stood at the entrance. And God said, Elijah, what are you doing here? Lord, I have worked hard for you with my entire heart. But Israel has forgotten their agreements with you. They have torn down your altars. They have killed all your prophets. I'm the only one left. And now they're trying to kill me. Oh, Elijah, go back home. I have 7,000 men in Israel who have not bowed the knee to Baal. He then gave him instructions of exactly what he was to do. He was to find Elisha and anoint him as his replacement. Then he was to anoint a new king for Syria and also a new king for Israel. Elijah went back north into Israel. He came to a valley, and there he could see men with 12 sets of oxen plowing a field. Elisha was in charge of the last pair of oxen. Elijah walked up behind him and threw his mantle over his shoulders and just kept walking. Elisha realized what had just been done and what it meant. He left the oxen and rushed after the prophet and said, "Sir, please allow me to go back and to say goodbye to my parents." Elijah said, "You may go, but don't forget the calling that's now on your life." He went back. He took the wooden yoke and the plow, and he built a fire. He then killed the oxen, prepared them into a meal, and served it to his family. After they were finished, he bid them farewell and followed after Elijah.